Democratic nominee for supervisor is Napoleon Harris.
The Democratic nominee for Thornton Township Supervisor is Mr. Napoleon Harris. Is he here? Is he here today? We would like to. Oh wait, that's me. It's weird. It's just a weird thing. Like I don't know. I thought it was weird then. I still think it's weird now. You know, he's getting a little bit of pushback, but I think the only reason he's not getting more pushback is because, like I said, I think people are afraid to admit that they were wrong. And so they're kind of letting him just slide. But just know that the whole time he's sliding off with money, honey. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this, okay? So I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a flashback here of this particular day when Napoleon pulled that thing and kind of relive back when I say I had a bad feeling about it when it happened, and I can show you that that I had a bad feeling because I said it in the live stream that I thought it was kind of odd that he would be able to announce himself as the nominee. I didn't have a great understanding about how that even came to be at the time. Like how did he even get there? Like in my mind, it was like they went out seeking somebody who already was like a politician, already in some to come and help, and then he, you know, was able to do it. I did still notice, even though I didn't understand it, it didn't make sense to me. I still, just in the whole thing of the spirit of it, just seemed wrong that this person could name himself like as the nominee. Like he brings himself in, he does this thing. It was odd. Like he already has a party there at the place for the caucus. And then right after it, with the same people still in there who attended the party, he does the caucus, everybody raise their hand or whatever vote thing. I mean, clearly that was weird. But because it was against Tiffany, and it was like, well, you know, yeah, but, you know, it's like, yeah, you want to see this person go down, but watching them go down, it still matters what's next. It's like that thing, what I always say, it's great that you escape something, that you run away from something bad and just you escape. That's great. But it also matters where you run to. So if you're running from one kidnapper and you jump in a van of another kidnapper, you haven't solved your problem now, have you? You haven't. You just relocated and now you have your problem in another location. That's what, no matter where you go, there you are. So I thought it would be fun to kind of revisit this with this like news clip where they kind of explain it just a little bit of how that even happened, and then show you the clip from when it happened, like from Mama's live stream, and what I thought about it and how I feel about it now. Okay, because hilarious. And shout out to those trying to lure me out. I know you would like for me to be talking about you right now, but guess what? It just wasn't as interesting as you would hoped. Okay, and I'm a rebellious mama, so when I think you want me to talk about you is when I stop. You can't lure me out. And I won't be removing anything too also, just so you know, because I've heard you complain about people removing things too. It's just hilarious. Like you don't like the videos Jed put up. You want them down, you say. He takes them down. You say he's deleting evidence. It's the lady who can't be pleased. She can't be made happy because she just want to complain. So I'm going to let you do that, okay?
That is the sound of an auditorium full of Tiffany Henyard opponents rejecting her nomination for Thornton Township Supervisor in the party's first Township caucus in decades.
How you ain't let the people be heard?
As she protested the process, arguing her supporters were still waiting to be let inside.
Guys, have a good night, eat the food, and be merry. This meeting is adjourned.
The meeting lasted only moments, but it was strategized beforehand. State Senator Napoleon Harris is the Democratic committeeman for Thornton Township. He alone.
So he is the Democratic committeeman for the Thornton Township, right?
Committeeman for Thornton Township. He alone decides whether to hold a primary election or a caucus.
So because of his other job as the committeeman, this is what Jedediah was talking about, right? So because of his job as the committeeman, he got to decide whether it was going to be an election or a caucus. And then he decides a caucus with him as the nominee. Then when they do the caucus, he decides when to do the caucus. He picks how to do the caucus. Has all these people come for this other thing. They all show up, have their little, supposed to be It was supposed to be like a party. I see like some pizza boxes back there behind him or some donuts or something, water bottles everywhere. So people are just drinking water bottles. So this was not a formal party or something that was really actually happening. This is, they ordered some pizza, say, hey, everybody come out. We're going to have it on here that it's just like a party. So y'all can all come in. And that's why, so it'll be private, right? So it's just for these people. And then they're going to have the caucus right after, not remove the people, have them come back in. So they don't know who all is in there, whether the people are even eligible to vote or whatever. So then when she shows up, the room's already packed. So they won't let anybody else in, anybody else being Tiffany's, weird little entourage. Okay. Just because this was wrong, don't make Tiffany right. I think the distinction needs to be made. Because when you think you have to pick between two evils, that's a problem. One being called out as evil doesn't make the other one good. And that's how this happened. They were so fixated. But I would have been, if I was there and I said this in what I'm about to show you, I don't think that this was necessary. The fact that he came up with, he wanted to do this almost says that he thought there was a chance he might not win. Like he thought there was a chance that he may not win, right? Like he thought there was a chance. And so he didn't want to leave it up to that chance. And so he chose to do this caucus. And that's how he got into this position. But if he thought that there was a chance that she would win, then isn't that him stealing the vote from the people? And if he didn't think she would win, then he wouldn't have done this. So he thought she would win. He thought she would win. He at the very least didn't want to have to put in the work of doing the, a campaign stuff. He just placed himself in that position. He was like, I don't want to waste my time trying to win these people over or anything. Like, I mean, who are these people? Nobody. So he pulled the fast one, right? So he pulled the fast one. And then Tiffany's out. So everybody's feeling their instant adrenaline rush of, ha ha, bitch, ha ha. And I had that also. And I still kind of do. It doesn't make it any different. The fact that the person who pulled this fast one is now the Thornton Township Supervisor. And that matters. It doesn't just matter that you got there. It doesn't matter why. It matters how, even more so. How did they get there? And this is how. So when he doesn't feel the need to answer any questions from you guys, I think that your response should be, well, that makes sense, because that's how he got in here in the first place. He didn't want to answer questions. He didn't want to speak to us. He didn't want to come and show up and do like debates or anything like that for our votes. He didn't want to try to win our vote and support. No, he just wanted to come in and claim it. So he has another job that doesn't pay him anything, that doesn't have a salary. Why would Napoleon have this job that doesn't have a salary? Because of the power that it brings. And it gave him the power to decide this and do this and pull this shit off. Okay? So I think all of these things are necessary to know. Like, and also, I think a mistake that these people are making in Thornton Township is that they feel like if they call out, like the people who were in support of this, who were there, who were excited, pointing the camera in Tiffany's face and being so excited and going along with this. I think that those people might feel like that it makes them look stupid or something, or like a hypocrite or whatever, if they call out him, because they have to admit that they were wrong in who they chose and the way that they did it. And so because of that, they're just going to comply with this person, as opposed to calling him out, holding him as accountable as they did Tiffany. You don't have to turn your back on him if you don't want to, but you, at the very least, if you really meant all that shit that you was talking about, you should be holding him accountable. You should be doing the same shit as me, pointing to just turn it. Okay, so Tiffany's gone now. So let's see what this one is doing. And he should be held to the same standard as Tiffany was. Everything Tiffany did, she was a unicorn. She was. And I miss her so. But every single thing that she did was under a microscope. This man, you don't even need a microscope to see the shit that he does that seems weird and questionable. You don't even need it. You could kind of be hearing it, not even be looking at the screen, just kind of overhear a couple of things, and you'd be like, well, that was weird. So that's all I'm saying to you. All I'm saying to you is that, just to show that mama is not just flipping aside and all of a sudden now she thinks it just because no. The night that this happened, mama was live. And then this was what I had to say. Then this is how that went.
First consolidated election reads as follows. For Supervisor Napoleon Harris.
I'm gonna tell you, that's pretty gangster when you get to announce yourself. You get to announce yourself as the nominee. Like, he is Napoleon. He's talking about himself in third person, y'all. The winner, the Democratic nominee winner. Okay. This guy. It's this guy. It's me. It's me. It's Napoleon. That's me. That's pretty fucking gangster. Okay. It makes me feel a little uneasy, if I'm being honest. Like, it seems like that shouldn't be the case. But, I mean, look, there it goes.
The meeting lasted only moments, but it was strategized beforehand. State Senator Napoleon Harris is the Democratic committeeman for Thornton Township. He alone decides whether to hold a primary election or a caucus. Amid the turmoil tied to embattled Supervisor Henyard, Harris chose a caucus and won the nomination.
The Democratic nominee for Supervisor is Napoleon Harris.
The needs sounded special, right? The Democratic nominee for Thornton Township Supervisor is Mr. Napoleon Harris. Is he here? Is he here today? We would like to, oh wait, that's me. It's weird. It's just a weird thing. Like, I don't know. I thought it was weird then. I still think it's weird now. Like, that him announcing himself as the winner. The Democratic, it's like, clearly, if you have to say it in this way, it's almost like it itself is a sign that it's wrong. If he has to he's saying the name of the person who's the winner, and he's saying the name, and it's his name. It's like, I just want to let y'all know that I myself am going to appoint the next president of the United States, and her name is me. You would be like, okay, open the crazy house and let her in. She need to go in there. Okay, that's a weird thing she just said. Even if it were true that it was her, why did she say it like that? You know what I'm saying? It just sounds weird. It clearly, I think he knows that too. The look in his eyes say that he know that. And whoever this is says that he's used to him pulling this type of ish. It's just what it looks like to me. I'm just telling you what it looks like. Okay, what it looked like to me then and it looks like to me now. This is clearly some shiesty stuff. And when people are willing to pull shiesty moves, it doesn't matter who it's against. The fact that they are willing to do it, it still speaks on their character. Now that it's against someone whose character is also flawed, both of those things can be true at the same time. And I think that these people are having a hard time distinguishing that there's a line there. Like, her flaws don't have anything to do with his. So he should not be benefiting just because she has these flaws, when it turns out he clearly has some of his own and power. She liked to think she had power, but he actually has power. He had the power to appoint himself into a whole nother political position, to appoint himself. He voted for himself. This was a 1 vote thing. It needed only 1 vote to get him in, and the vote was his. I'm just pointing out what I'm looking at. Okay. And the sooner these people get it into their head that they need to start pushing, they need to be pushing back immediately, not waiting because they're trying to save face because this is what they wanted so bad. They need to still hold yourselves accountable, people, because the only person who's going to pay for this is y'all. He ain't going to pay for it. He's going to get paid for it. You guys are going to pay for it. So I'm just pointing out this thing that I'm seeing. Okay. That I've been seeing. I noticed it because Mama be noticing. Mama be noticing these things. She's a noticer. She's a seer.
Henyard walked out of the meeting and into a waiting SUV without speaking to us, but here's what she said before the caucus began.
They can't beat me. If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls.
Yeah, like I said then, that was a point she made. That was definitely a point she made. She's always going to be able to walk around and say they couldn't do it. Even though they did have that the write-in, but those 6 votes just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I stand by when I said that this wig looks very much fishing wiry. You know, I said that this wig was what started the fishing wire joke, okay? Because the shininess of this wig.
What do you do
giving fish and
tonight
wire.
if you don't get the Democratic Party's nomination?
What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see.
Yeah, see, that was delusion. But then again, was it delusion or was it just? Yeah, it was delusion. It was delusion. She was living a dream.
People out here ain't not gonna go nowhere. The show will go on.
Her allies now figuring out their next steps
This is the biggest. This is the biggest. This is a fraud.
to fight the result.
Okay, yeah, that actually was correct. That was correct. It was. This was definitely a trick, and they fell for it. And you know what? I will say this: the people who were on the side of, pushing for this and benefiting from it and getting their little positions and stuff from it, from this little deal that they came up with, those people, they may have also noticed. They may have also thought, this seems like, if she's really as hated as we say she is, it seemed like, why can't we just do the vote thing? Why are we taking it away from the people being able to vote her out? You know what I'm saying? Or not vote her back in. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing it this way? And why is this person so like he has the ability to place himself in this position? How hard is it going to be to remove him? These are all things that they should have been thinking, and hopefully some of them were. More than likely, they probably had their own little reservations, but there's probably an intimidation factor. Not saying he's intimidating them, just saying they may be intimidated by him. Reason being is because of the other positions that he holds. When he speaks, he doesn't sound super intelligent or anything. I'm just saying, like, the first time I heard him speak, I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh. I just expected for him to be like this great speaker and, you know what I'm saying, have this knack for inspirational talk or something. You know what I'm saying? Giving some Martin Luther King or something. Like, I don't know. I just thought maybe he was going to have the spirit of a preacher or some shit, was why he keeps getting these positions. But turn out, I think he's just he just had that one position and then he gave himself the other ones. That one position apparently lets you give yourself other ones. So I guess that's how I got it. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that he don't give inspiration when he speaks. So they probably are aware that they might have got took. If they just allow it to happen because they don't want to be embarrassed.
This is criminal. I would easily say hundreds of people that were not allowed in to be a part of the process.
And we did hear quite a few complaints tonight that Henyard opponents were allowed inside before her supporters. We know there was an event going on before the caucus began. Napoleon Harris's attorney told me that was a Democratic Party fundraiser, although Harris himself said it was not a fundraiser. So that's something that will certainly be examined in the coming days. I am told, though, that those people who were let in had their IDs checked to make sure that they were registered Democratic voters who live in Thornton Township. We're live in Homewood tonight. Jenna Barnes, WGN News.
By the decision that they made or have to admit that they fucked up, then they are no better than fucking Tiffany. I'm just saying it. They're no better. Everybody who just sits by and lets it happen because they don't want to admit they were wrong is no better than fucking Tiffany. Refusing to admit you're wrong and just letting the whole thing just get worse and worse and worse, just like Tiffany. That's what she did. So I'm just saying, just wanted to point that out, just kind of revisit because of how things have turned down. Now everything has kind of turned. He wanted the position, he got the position, and now, he's getting a little bit of pushback, but I think the only reason he's not getting more pushback is because, like I said, I think people are afraid to admit that they were wrong. And so they're kind of letting him just slide. But just know that the whole time he's sliding off with money, honey. He had like he was just fine with getting that little $50,000 that was gonna come with that job. As soon as he got in 2 days later, he's over there negotiating $200,000 or something like it. But y'all behave, because I'm not gonna do it. Just absolutely not. It's just no fun. So I ain't even gonna pretend that I'm gonna do it. No, but mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh. Peace.